Leanne can step in.
Well, thank you. So to be honest with you, meditation has never really came very naturally to me. I don't think it comes naturally to a whole lot of people. And I'm still very much learning about meditation and the different types of meditation out there. Um, and it kind of, for me, it's kind of off and on for actually doing meditation, sort of, because it wasn't until a little while ago that I realized that some of the things that I did as a kid, or even as an adult now, even just a few years ago, to help calm myself down, these were forms of meditation, and I had no idea that that's what they were. I just naturally did some of these things. So when it comes to this loving kindness meditation, or meditations, I'm actually curious to hear more about different types of them, as well as share some of my own experiences. So for me, I recall moments where I really felt a sense of peace from myself and then from others. So I'll just give maybe two examples, and then we can share, give someone else a turn to share. So last two Junes ago, yeah, 2 Junes ago, not last June, but the June prior to that, I think. I went down, no, actually, never mind. It was last June. So I haven't even been locked up for very long. I'm already getting all confuddled with my. Is it the 40th teen of the November to August month or whatever? I don't know anymore. Anyways, last June, I went down to North Carolina for a public speaking workshop. And out there, I guess I had some tension or something come up within me. And one of the people there that was taking the workshop with me had also noticed that I guess I looked very tense. And he asked me if he would be willing to do like a meditation thing with me. And I actually really enjoy these type of things when people pay attention to me. I don't know. I think it's a human thing. I think we like to have attention on us, or some of us anyways. I do. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So he had me lay down on the grass in the backyard. And he had me close my eyes and imagine a circle around me. And he asked me to think of...
Mama visits our house. She gave us 2 packages of eggs. She also let you have this. So awesome. We're going to put that in the fridge.
You're going to put that in the fridge for me?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I just wanted to show you so you would know whose it is.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and to continue with my story. So I'm laying on the grass. I'm picturing a circle around me. And he asks me to think of 2 very important people in my life. And he didn't ask me who they were. He just asked me to picture them. And one would be on my left and one would be on my right. And they were asking me, and I was next to imagine them asking me, what do you need, Leanne? And then I would answer them, and what do I need from myself for myself? So they're slightly different questions, but ironically, they're usually the same answers. And so I would say this I would think it. Then he asked me to, because the sun was out, he asked me to picture the sun like shining its light into my whole body and just filling me up with this positive energy. And as the sun or this light was filling me up in my whole body, I was to give myself what I told these two individuals I needed to give myself. And so I would continue to give myself this love and this attention and acceptance. There's my secret. That's what I was telling these two individuals. And I would fill in, I would give myself this love and this attention and this acceptance until that whole warm sunshine light filled the entire essence of my body. After I had done that, because he asked me to tell him when that was done, he's like, I was to ask these two individuals if I had fully done what I was asked to do. And I was not allowed to come out of this circle until these two individuals had said that I had completely given myself what I had needed to give myself. And because you are you have to be honest with these two individuals, and you know deep inside yourself if you are actually doing what you say you are doing. So I had to sit there a little bit longer because they both agreed that I hadn't fully given myself what I needed, because I still had a sense of feeling like this was kind of a weird, awkward experience and exercise. And so because of that, I hadn't really fully embraced it. And I knew that, and they knew that, because I was thinking of them, and I knew that if they were really there, that's what they would have really said to me. So after I had completed this, he had then said that, like, he asked me if these two individuals had agreed. Once they agreed that I had done what I had said I was going to do, that I could release any negativity, anything that I was feeling, any stress, any of that kind of heaviness, and just release it out through my body. And once again, picture that light coming in, and as that light was coming in, it was pushing out that negative energy. And once that was completed, then he said I could, just open my eyes and, feel the earth, feel the place that I was in, feel the grass, come back to where I was and return to doing what I was normally doing. It was quite an interesting experience because I had to be honest with myself. Like, I wasn't lying to him. I was going to ultimately be lying to myself if I didn't honestly answer what I needed to answer. Like, it wasn't, he was simply guiding, but in order for it to have benefited myself, I needed to be fully honest with myself. So for me, that's one thing that I have really noticed when it comes to meditation of any kind. It really starts to hold you accountable to yourself, which is quite an awkward place for a lot of us to be. It's easy to run away from what we need by simply being distracted by things, and I've got I've got so much that I can use for distractions, right? Oh, I got 5 kids, I got work, I got laundry, heck, I gotta sleep sometimes, so there's another wonderful excuse. You know, um, I, my body needs to be exercised. I definitely need to exercise that. But do I really need to do that, or is that just a way for me to not sit still and just be?
So I have
that
a
was one
follow-up
thing.
question to that. Can I?
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
So how did it afterwards? Did you, during that workshop, then feel more calm or feel like whatever you were feeling before? What kind of a relief did it give you, or was there a shift for you?
That weekend, or that workshop happened to be a very emotional one for me, and that's been that exercise really kind of gave me permission, or it gave me I was able to give myself permission through that exercise to be and allow those feelings and be honest with what I was feeling. And instead of stuffing it down and hiding it and all of that, just to embrace it and to just learn from it, and then work through what I was feeling and what I was experiencing. One of the reasons why I was so stressed is because I am very critical of myself, which is actually great that you asked that question, because that was one of the things that I'm going to be leading into with the next thing that I experienced, is being really critical of myself, expecting so much from myself and expecting so much perfection from myself, far greater than I expect from anyone. And that exercise kind of just gave me permission to not be perfect in every area of my life, or at least become more aware of the need to learn from the imperfections that I am moving through.